What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to episode 57, your GPS tracking, the podcast for everything you need to know about the Global Pokemon Society Draft League and all things Pokemon news in general. Happy belated Bidoof Day. Here I thought we might actually get some Gen 4 remake news on that, but not. It was just a meme. And that seems like what Pokemon is all about lately. And, I guess that's what the kids want. That's what the youth needs is, not actual content. Just dumb shit. But anyway, we're going to be taking a look at the current standings after week 7 of the GPS. And we're going to take a look at the All-Star voting and how you can vote for your team's favorite All-Stars. That'll probably be going up in a couple weeks, the All-Star battle. We'll get a couple of the teams to have a bye week and get them to face off together. But without further ado, let's take a look at the week in review. Alright, so here we got the current standings after week 7, Global Pokemon Society. Still, 2 undefeated teams remaining. In the number 1 spot, we got Trevor of Couch Pilot Gaming's and the Oklahoma City Thunderous, sitting at 7-0, 15 points. Also at 7-0, Andrew and Paris Saint-Germignon, the PSG, 7-0 with 11 points. So could be anyone's game. Again, I'm hoping to pop that champagne, so I hope they lose in the last week, but looking less and less likely as we get down to the wire, so I'll have to be praying for the playoffs. Next up, it's your boy, Ryan, bouncing back 5-2, a very healthy plus 12 differential. We clinched that bye week. Will definitely be the top, second seed out of the division winners. No way we can clinch the division now. Then we got a battle for the Western Division. Tokyo Togekiss losing 2 in a row. Still 5-2. Good plus 7 differential. But the Denver Ninetails 4-3 with a plus 12. So if they are able to beat Tokyo, they would need at least... Well, no, they just got to win, right? It doesn't matter what the differential is. Because with plus 12, a very healthy plus 12, they will win the division. But if Tokyo wins, then they win the division. So then we go to the leader of the pack for the North Division, the Charm City Charizards, 4-3 plus 1. Lavender Town finally gets another loss to Oklahoma. They're 4-3 minus 1. The Drifblive City Dragapults Cole still fighting 3-4 with a good differential of plus 4. The Black City Zekroms, that's Matt, 3-4 plus 2. And in the 10th spot, which is the final division spot, we got the Pittsburgh Poltergeist, Anthony, 3-4 with a minus 5. So not the best differential, but he does have that spot. So if all he's got to do is win comfortably, reasonably, and he'll be in the playoffs as well. So now we go to the bubble. These are the teams that are kind of sitting outside looking in. We got the Vero Beach Volcarona, also 3-4 minus 5. They are only behind Pittsburgh because they lost to Pittsburgh during the season. And then the Worcester Delibirds 3-4 minus 8. So either of these teams could win and maybe leapfrog another team there that's 3-4. Now these 2-5 teams I don't think have any chance. They got the El Paso Electros, our buddy Tom, and Ali, the heart and soul of the society. The Mighty Psyducks also 2-5. Then we got the Waco Scissors 1-6, and the LA Kinglers, which is kind of interesting because they will be playing each other this final week of the season. So could LA get their first win, or will Waco get to 2 wins and really put the dagger in the heart of LA? Kind of bookend their season with wins, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure Josh still had a good time despite his horrible luck sack. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Oklahoma and PSG are going to end up undefeated at the end of this regular season? If not, which one do you think will lose? PSG is going up against Lavender Town, and Oklahoma is going up against El Paso. Who do you think is going to win in the West Division? Tokyo or Denver? They play each other this week. And then the North Division is still really tight. It could, I mean, honestly, any team could win in the North Division. So who do you have winning the North Division? That is the blue color as well. Now, let's get into those all-star picks. Alright, Socialites. It's one of the best times of the season. My favorite time of the season. One of them anyway. You know, despite winning those trophies. It's time for the all-star voting. I love kind of narrowing it down and letting everybody vote on the all-stars. And then kind of crafting the teams and letting the other coaches pit them against each other and then commentating it. It's all about the fun, right? So, we're going to go in alphabetical order of the teams. Now, I will say that as the two remaining undefeated teams, PSG and Oklahoma are going to be captaining the red team for Oklahoma and the blue team for PSG, respectively, and they're going to decide who their all-star is. So we're not voting for those two teams. They are deciding who their all-star captain is. So we just have to decide the other 10 teams. These are currently the 12 teams that are in the running for the playoffs. So let's start off in alphabetical order with Black City Zekrom. We got Zeraora and Darmanitan. So some stats here. Zeraora, a mid-season pickup. You know, he picked him up the first week of free agency. So he's playing 5 games, 9 KOs, 4 feints so far. Still 1 game remaining, so he could break those double digits there. And Darmanitan has played in all 7 games for the Zekroms, and he has 7 KOs along with 6 feints. So, do you go with Zeraora, one of the late season pickups or mid-season pickups, or the tried and true Darmanitan? Make sure you cast your vote. Our next team is your Boston Braviaries, and we got the X-tier Giratina, who's been our defensive stalwart all season. We can look at the stats right here. Played in 6 games, 2 KOs, 4 feints, so again kind of more of a defensive pivot, etc. And then Gardevoir, who's played in 5 games with 8 KOs, only 1 feint in those games. So decide between Giratina, the defensive X tier, and Gardevoir, our offensive sweeper. Our third team, still fighting for their spot in the playoffs, is the Charm City Charizards, and their 2 representatives are Kieran White, who's played in 5 games and gotten 5 KOs with only 2 feints, so very good numbers there, and one of their late season pickups. This just shows how big a difference one Pokemon can make. Alolan Ninetails has only played in 3 games all season, so less than half of the total number of games this season, but it already has 7 KOs and only 1 feint. Big numbers there. So is it going to be the X-tier Kieran White, who's been the offensive staple all season, or the late season punch of Alolan Ninetails? Make sure you vote for Charm City's All-Star. Alright, Socialites. This next vote could be a pretty tough one. We got Cole's team, the Drifblive City Dragapults. His X-tier Magearna is up for nomination. Played in 5 games, 5 KOs, 4 feints. And he has his S-tier Dragapult, who's played in 6 games with 6 KOs and 3 feints. So, pretty similar numbers. Dragapult's played in 1 extra game, so that might tilt the numbers in its favor. But I think this could be a good vote. Let us know who you like the best, Magearna or Dragapult, to represent the Drifblive City Dragapults. Our next team with their All-Star nominations is the Denver Ninetails. And I'm dumb and I didn't change this. So we got Calyrex Ice Rider going up against Kingdra. Our first C tier being nominated with Kingdra. So Calyrex, 6 games, 12 KOs. I think that might be the most in the society right now. So let that weight against your vote there. And only 3 faints, while Kingdra has played in all 7 games with 6 KOs and 3 faints. So, maybe there's an obvious choice here. Up next for nominations, the Lavender Town Gengars, Biarascuda, who they picked up in the first week of free agent pickups. 5 games played, 8 KOs, 3 faints. And then you got Ludicolo, who they got on a trade with Denver. 4 games played, 6 KOs, 2 faints. So which Rain Sweeper do you think deserves the All-Star Game nomination? Going from the rain to the sun now. I didn't plan this. It's all alphabetical order here. The Pittsburgh Poltergeist. 2 Sun Sweepers up here. Charizard and Venusaur. Take a look at their stats. Charizard, 6 games played, 6 KOs, 3 faints. Venusaur, 7 games played, so an extra game, 7 KOs, extra KO, and 4 faints, so an extra faint. So this is actually a very close vote, in my opinion. Which of these Sun Sweepers will make the All-Star team? You decide. And also, do you think we should have the Rain Sweeper from Lavender Town on the opposite team of the Pittsburgh Sun Sweeper? Let me know in the comments if you think that's a good idea. Our next team up for All-Star nomination is the Tokyo Togekiss, Danielle's team, and we got to pick between Excadrill and Aerodactyl. Excadrill has played in 6 games this season, 10 KOs, hitting that double-digit mark, and only 4 faints, while Aerodactyl been a huge staple on the Tokyo Togekiss. I don't have my glass of water here today, so anyway, 6 games played, 6 KOs, and 4 faints. So let us know which Pokemon you think deserves to be Tokyo's All-Star. Our next All-Star nominations come from the Vero Beach Volcaronas. It's their S-tier Melmetal and their B-tier Tornadus. Melmetal, 7 games played, another double-digit KO with 10 KOs and 7 faints, so he does have the downside of dying in every game he's played in, but he's got the 10 KOs. On the other side, you got Tornadus, 6 games played, 9 KOs, only 1 behind, and 4 faints. So make sure you vote which Pokemon should represent the Vero Beach Volcaronas in the All-Star Game, Melmetal or Tornadus. Last but not least, our final All-Star nominations come from the Worcester Delibirds. It's Mewtwo, their X tier, and Tauros, another C tier, sneaking in to the All-Star nominations. Mewtwo, 7 games played, 5 KOs, 5 faints, while Tauros, 5 games played, 6 KOs to lead the Worcester Delibirds, and 5 faints. So that's all the All-Star nominations for this season. There's going to be a link in the description. Click on that. That'll bring you to the survey where you can vote. We'll announce the teams on next week's podcast, as well as the coaches that will be battling with them. Yeah, that's about it. Let me know if you thought that there were any Pokemon that you felt should have been nominated for one of the teams you like and got snubbed, or if there's a Pokemon that you really think should win. Show them some love in the comments. Thanks for watching. Alright, Socialites, thanks for watching episode 57, GPS tracking. Another quick one this week. Haven't had much time to really dive into everything going on in the society. So if PSG and Oklahoma both remain undefeated, we'll definitely have them on a podcast soon, going into the playoffs, maybe during the bye week or something. And we got to take a look at the minors once the playoffs get started, see how they finally shook out. I know that there are a lot of fans of the minors who follow like Real Pokemon Joe Regan wins something, and Chris Elanius, our boy. So we'll definitely catch back up with them. But as always, thanks for watching. Stay classy, society.